Alright, so today I think we have some progress. So this is beginning of the part 2 of a repair and restoration of this Sony AV3600 VTR. As you see, I have missing some parts, namely this pulley, no, not pulley, one of the reels is removed, or reel drives, I don't know how to even call these things, and this thing is removed. The reason is it was here and this was here. The reason is that this thing was completely stuck in this orientation permanently. So I had to kind of free this up, and because it was stuck in this orientation, it was not working. So I have removed this from over here. It was like this, and I also removed this rubber wheel as well. So this rubber wheel is supposed to go in between over here and this side and engage it during playback. So that was not happening because that was stuck. So now actually, because it would be a lot of work anyway, so I just decided to clean up it off camera. Now it's all nice and clean. I can place everything back on. But while I was doing that, I noticed something else. So I noticed that this is actually a little pulley right here, which actually drives counter. So there is a belt which goes all the way underneath right to here. And when I rotate this thing, nothing happening because I see a little bit of belt, because belt not even moving. And when I try to rotate this pulley, it's completely stuck. So there is a pulley which goes all the way right down here. So we have to take a look what's going on there. Oh, that's a bit of a... I'm gonna remove these few bolts. I'm probably gonna address this stucky... Oh, here we are. And we got stuck. So yeah, this guy is stuck, but it's kind of not too bad because all this is not even metal. It's actually made of plastic. It rotates, but it's super stiff. So yeah, it's probably the same story. This goop in some places is solidified, in some places it's not. Looks like in this case it's quite solid. So yeah, so at least this mechanism is very easily removable. So this all has to be cleaned up somehow. It looks like almost like a glue. It's actually crackles. Curious if I can just remove this pulley. No, it's not easy. So I have to be quite careful in removing this. Alright, this is something to address. So this little pulley is completely stuck, and we have to either you know, add some shmoo there and actually free it up by the replacing or adding more lubricant, or something to this extent. But now it's kind of, at least now it rotates, but I would prefer completely remove all this, clean it up, and lubricate. Obviously now it's getting better and better and better and better. Okay, maybe I'm not gonna play with it. I just, you know, yeah, it's actually getting better. Just relubricate all this like that, and that's it. Yeah, I can even see some, let me show you, some kind of crop right here. Some, I don't know what the hell is this. So yeah, this has to be cleaned up somehow. I'm gonna clean this up, and we can continue. Yeah, now it's rotating much better. Yeah, getting there. But I will still lubricate it. So let me deal with this, and I'll be back. Okay, so now we have our pulley nicely rotating. This after applying this silicone lubricant, which actually penetrated in the plastic. So obviously I won't have to disassemble anything because I could break it. So let's just put these guys back where they're supposed to be. So now I think it's a time to assemble this contraption. So there's a whole sandwich here, which actually is supposed to be in the right order. So you have a plastic. Okay, they have the plastic washer, then they have like metal washer, so go on top, and then we'll try to apply the C-clip to make sure it's not gonna freaking fly away as it usually happens. As it usually happens with me. It's a bit crooked C-clip, have to like straighten it up, I guess. Alright, this is perfectly rotating and C-clip is securing it. So this side is done. There is a spring over there which you have to fish it up and attach it right in here. There is a little hole right there. That's gonna be another something. Probably have to do it now before I'm gonna use this forceps or whatever you call it. It's probably the easiest. Contraption for such. All right. Okay, now we have to insert this guy. All right. So now it is inserted. Have to think. And see if I did it properly, because this is stop, this is play. You see, now it engages this thing. Before it was not engaging it. Oops, I lost the spring. Huh. Alright, have to do something else. Let me fix it. Okay, I had luck to install the spring back where it's supposed to be. Now we have to assemble this contraption, which is involving another spring, and this is gonna be as funny as the original one. So this contraption is to make sure. I don't think I actually installed it properly, did I? Ah, okay. You see, it jumps. That's correct. Yeah. So when it jumps, it has to return back down, and for this we need the second spring. Okay. That's supposed to be not as hard to install. This C-clip. Yes! We got it. So now let's install this stuff back where it's supposed to be. That goes. I'll fix it later. This goes first. That goes second. I think I can. Yeah, it's alright. I can do this. Okay, and the little screw. This little tiny screw goes on top here. Okay, so that's all works. Now I have to clean it up because it has some remains of lubricant and give it a try. Let me find power is here. Let me power it up and see how that's gonna work. Okay guys, we have this thing connected. Let's see what's gonna happen now. Okay, so now we try to play. And it goes. And the counter, Yeah. Did I lose the belt? Yeah. No, no, I didn't. Alright, well, we will have to replace the belt. Looks like belt is too loose. This is rotating, inside is not. So play, as you see, works. I'm not sure what's that. Pause. This is pause. Ah, it's removed the... Is that supposed to be here? Okay, probably. It's okay. Now it engages the pinch roller. This is disengages pinch roller. So essentially, it's stopped. Then we have fast forward. I do not understand, but okay. Oh, it's... Oh, I see. This goes through clutch. So it's... You see? It's I can just stop it. This doesn't go through clutch. That's cool. Alright. Stop. So what else we can see? So definitely we have something to fix the belt. So the belt is the belt for the counter is too loose, and I notice it's too loose. So yeah, we have to kind of fix it. I cleaned up all of them here. I lubricated everything here with this shmoo. It's transparent and gonna be lot. I did not remove old shmoo because for now at least I want to understand if I will have to do all this job, but if electronic is not good, that's no point. So next step would be to take a look at this. So this is supposed to be a head drum here. So would like to examine it. So curious. Oh yeah. It rotates like crazy. So there are some brushes right over here, okay, and these teeny tiny brushes are riding on that little drum. So these brushes, they have to be super clean. So I'm gonna examine it with magnifying glass because it's really hard to show you what's going on and if they need some cleaning or not. Also, make sure there is no dirt here. Yeah, all right. So at this point, I'm gonna double check and clean the brushes over here. But you wondering, wait, Misha, wait, Uncle Misha, you could not actually get it going. What's happened? So what I've done, in order to actually start seeing some movement, I took this contact cleaner and I went through every switch in that thing. And it has many switches. I wanted to show you, but just realized I have to put the thingy back on in order to turn it upside down. So it has many switches. So I went through every switch with contact cleaner, and after I actually try a few times, engage, disengage, shebang, it started working. So essentially the issue was the contact, because obviously in those different modes, the old switches that are inside, they're gonna engage in different modes, and if there is a bad connection somewhere, it's just not gonna work. Also, I have cleaned up heads, I have cleaned up drum, have cleaned up this head and old tape path. So probably there is a possibility that we can try to play something, but we have to assemble it in somewhat how to say, presentable condition, because obviously we have to put the drum back on and things like that. But before I gonna go there, I gonna double check over here if everything is all right. Maybe use some contact cleaner or something to this extent. Okay, let me continue. So let me do this off camera and we will continue. Okay guys, I think I have positive news. I figured out the belt thing. Take a look at this. So belt is rotating. The problem is that belt which is buried in there actually falling off. So and caught into something. That's why I didn't even realize it's actually falling off. So now everything is operational. It will be interesting to actually attach it to something, but I don't have anything to connect it to. So, I mean, I do have something to connect it to. But the problem is I don't have connectors. So there are a few connectors right in here, as you remember, and they all like super weird. So I have to really think, how can I connect it to a TV to actually understand if this works. But let me take some sort of tape and see, maybe, you know, if it's even threading properly or not. So here we are. I have a few tapes which come with that particular unit. I have more tapes, but this is what I have. So okay, so this is take up reel that's gonna go in here. Okay. There is one bigger one and smaller one. The smaller one has something on it, I think, and the smaller one has 2-minute complementary program, whatever that's supposed to mean. I don't know. The bigger one is the bigger one, so I'm not sure what's in here. I don't know, maybe it's empty, but it's actually pretty big one. I'm not sure how it's supposed to go. Oh, okay. I think we have to like. Oh, it's broken. I didn't notice that. Okay, we can fix this, I hope. Glue it over or something. And it's dirty. Oh man, okay. Pause. I have to clean all this up, and I'm not sure if this matters, but yeah, I have to think about something here. I don't think it's a big deal, but it's super dirty, so I don't want to use it because when it's that dirty. So I apply a little piece of Kapton tape just to secure this crack, and now we are gonna rewind, I think. Oh wow, someone didn't really bother, like just jam it all in. I think this tape is actually pretty dirty too. Okay, I think we need some manual here how to thread this guy. I think it's supposed to go like this. Yes, I'm doing actually very first time in my life threading this sort of tape. Something like that. No, this goes like this. Actually. Oh. Yeah, sorry guys for being clumsy here. I never actually done threading of this particular tape, so I'm not sure if I'm doing stuff properly. How do I even do that? Oh, maybe it's just like this. Is it correct? I don't know. Okay. Rewind. Rewind, okay. It's just gonna take forever. But yeah, it's rewinding. The problem is because in... Yeah, by the way, this one is higher, this one is lower. The problem is this type of cassettes. Not cassettes, the bobines, they are single-sided. You cannot just flip it like as if you do it in the reel-to-reel audio, right? So this is... Yeah, so this is single-sided, so you can't flip it. So you have to obviously rewind it, as you do with any video cassette. So bear with me, probably gonna take some time. I'm gonna do a b-roll here, or whatever you call it. So guys, midway through I start noticing something very weird. So looks like a motor or everything starts slowing down. I assume this is motor, so it was winding properly, but then I'm not sure if I'm gonna catch it now after it. Okay, now it's rotating pretty fast. Okay. But at some point it's actually slowed down like to the crawl. And I suspect it can be motor run capacitor. This thing is super old, so what I have to do if this ever gonna finish, so what I have to do, I have to shut everything down and measure capacity of that capacitor. I'll show you because I have to flip it down. For now it's actually rewinding, but it's slowed down and that's not good. It's not good. So I'll let it do its job for now, but I'm gonna be watching it. So guys, well, looks like it's sort of working. It's actually getting warm here and there. I have no idea how to get out some video signal out of here, because turned out to be I have no proper connection to and wires to actually connect the thing. The only thing what I found so that some between some accessories, this weird connector, and this connector clearly goes into this super weird connector. Okay, I will power it down and I'll show you what I mean. So this weird connector, I'm pretty sure it can have a video signal in it. So now what I have to do, figure out the pinout, do some wiring. But so far, I think I'm gonna cover this thing up and put every knobs and stuff back on. I know there are still a few things to do with that rotten pad, which controls this skew thing. Again, I'm not really sure what is this for and how it's supposed to operate. So we will reiterate on that one. But so far, I'm gonna put it back in when I do my experiments, all right? So, and obviously I have to rewind the tape again. So clearly I have to apply some kind of renovation to those rubber wheels, because looks like the traction here is not the best and it's sort of losing the traction, especially when this thing is super heavy. Okay, that's gonna be quick. Okay, so we keep this tape nicely stashed, or both tapes actually, in the boxes while we are assembling everything back. I just want to make sure no dust, no other things coming to it. And again, I'm gonna address the situation with capacitors, but I do not have 2.5 microfarad. I just checked the value, 2.5 microfarad capacitor. Speaking about the capacitor, I'll show you. It's heavy, yes. So these, okay, don't see. So this is the capacitor. So this capacitor, I have to check the, while it's, hope is discharged by now, but I have to check its capacity because it may go old and game over. There's another big one somewhere down here, I'm not sure where was it. It's under this board, so I have to take a look what is that one. I do have a service manual and I will continue. So but for now I think that's gonna be it. That's gonna be end of part 2. Please stay tuned for part 3 when we start to actually squeeze some video or audio signal out of this guy. Thank you guys for watching, see you next time, stay tuned, stay safe, and ciao.